Good afternoon, ministers and government officials. Good afternoon to the Fourth Estate. Again, Emmanuel Kelvin is my name, and I manage the Cable Consortium of Liberia. It is a public-private partnership with government and MTN, Orange Liberia, Telco. And last week, Thursday in the morning, the cable experienced an outage that I would say, for better words, put Liberia in black. Nobody were able to get on the internet. And this was about 4:46 a.m. So we all woke up to no internet, no WhatsApp, and what have you in the data space. 2-3 hours after that, we learned that the cable cord was somewhere between Dakar and Abidjan. But because it's a wide area, it took some time to locate where the cable cord came from, because there were a lot of speculations. And when we did identify that it was closer to Abidjan, what next we noticed and observed based on reports that it was not only the ACE cable system, which Liberia is a part of, but 4 other cable systems were also cut or had a cable break. So that even multiplied our problem. Because normally when there's one, then we rely on each other to see how we can reroute the traffic. But when you have 4, SAT3, main 1 cable, ACE cable, and MTN wax cable, all 4 went down, affecting over 15 countries. On the ACE cable, 9 countries got affected because 9 countries were members of ACE, and Liberia happened to be one of the 9 countries. Liberia have a partnership with ACE cable, and the operator that operates the cable is called the Cable Consortium of Liberia. This cable has been in existence since 2010. Since 2010 to today, we have had 3 of such incidents. Another information is that Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Gambia are the countries that only have 1 cable system in their country. And that poses a challenge for these countries, especially us in Liberia. But we have managed over the years since this cable came live to find different ways of rerouting and redirecting the traffic when it happens. Unfortunately, this time around, when 4 cables were out, it was hard, and we had to go through a war room type of situation to address the issue. Yes, it is a national security issue. It's a national security issue not for Liberia, for all the countries that were involved. About 6-7 o'clock, we then decided that the best way to do this is to do a multi-pronged approach. Have the people that can maintain the cable kind of start working on the cable, at the same time try to redirect the traffic that was on each country. And redirecting the traffic meant that we were not using 100% of each person's network. Liberia normally would go to Ivory Coast and get on an express bus and go around the world. We couldn't go to Ivory Coast anymore. So we resorted to go from Liberia to Freetown, hoping that we get enough capacity and facilities to go from Freetown to Guinea, hoping that we get enough capacity and facilities to go from Guinea to Gambia and then to Dakar before we're able to go around the world. As we speak now, we have about 40% of our capacity restored. That's not a good number because I noticed that some people are still having problems with slow network, not full WhatsApp conversation, but we're working on it. It's not only Liberia, so everybody had to be given a portion of their facility to make sure we bring back their countries live. We are committed as ACE, CCL, to ensure that we bring the cable back to 100% recovery. We ask for patience, and when I say patience, I'm not saying 2 days patience. What has to happen? The ship that buries these cables will have to go to that location, and I think there's a couple of locations they have to go to. It takes about an average of 2 weeks to get those ships, first of all, negotiate for them to go out into the waters. They might be somewhere else, but we have to negotiate and get them there. And once they are there and the work has started, it takes another 4 to 5 weeks to complete their work. So what we are carefully doing in the interim is to ensure that whatever cable we have now, with the limited capacity, that we're guiding it with everything we have. So most cable station, landing stations have been advised that they have to run a 24/7 operation. They have to watch everything that is coming online, because the minute we sense anything, we need to be able to redirect so that you, the consuming public, are not affected as happened on last week, Thursday, March 14. But as I said again, we are committed, and I will turn the floor back over to Mr. Minister.